I don't know when it was, but recently they changed their algorithm and shuffle is no longer a shuffle.
Your shuffle's been playing the same songs and artists over and over again.
Did you know that every time that you're clicking on the shuffle button on Spotify, it's not really shuffling your music?
Now, tell me, have you ever hit shuffle on a playlist and the same 10 songs keep on popping up, or it just doesn't feel very random? I'm willing to bet you have, and I'm here to tell you that I know why. We have this preconceived notion that Spotify Shuffle is random. But is it really? And if not, what actually is it? Well, over the course of the past week, I've looked into this. I've looked into what random actually means for a computer, for a software, and what Spotify Shuffle actually does. Now, to start off, let's talk about software and how it handles random. Because if we think about what random actually is, it's really hard for computer software or anything that goes through computers to achieve true random. It goes against what computers are at their core. True randomness means complete unpredictability. But the thing about computers is there's an input, the computer changes it up with some math equations or an algorithm, and then it spits out an output. Computers at their core are deterministic. So when making a random number generator, a computer will use a set seed and put that through a bunch of math equations and algorithms to change it up to make a completely random output. Now, this seed is a string of numbers that may be determined by the time on your machine or anything else that will constantly change and won't be the same later. But the thing about this is if you know the exact seed, you can always recreate that output. It's deterministic. Now, to generate true randomness is to generate chaos with a machine that's meant to keep order. It's meant to follow instructions very carefully and very strictly. So doing something unpredictable is against everything that it was built for. So for computer software to actually generate an output that is truly random, it would need to be a measurement of some real-world phenomena that is chaotic and is random, like radioactive decay, thermal noise, or atmospheric disturbances. Stuff that's impossible to predict, even with any amount of data that you may have. So it's clear when talking about Spotify Shuffle, it's actually really difficult to get true random. Okay, but the normal random number generator technique with a seed, that would be fine. It doesn't matter if it's predictable or not, it doesn't need to be encrypted or anything, it doesn't matter. Just generate a random queue by assigning each song a number and picking those numbers out of a hat at random. Well, this is where we run into another problem, and I think the biggest problem and the biggest point of this video. When you hit shuffle, you don't actually want a random queue. You don't want true randomness. And you might say, that's an overgeneralization, you don't know me. Well, Spotify does. You see, Spotify used to use true randomness for their shuffle. But user complaints came pouring in, saying it didn't feel random, there were too many clusters of the same genre, of the same artist, of the same album. People were complaining that it wasn't random enough. So, Spotify answered by making it not random. It is now determined by an algorithm.
Hey guys, I'm recording this from Florida because I'm visiting family for Christmas. I just wanted to jump in here real quick to say that I started a Patreon. It's not going to be taking away any content from this YouTube channel, but it's going to be more exclusive content, other ways that you can engage with me. I'll be doing live Q&As, I'll be doing live streams over there. There's also going to be an exclusive Discord where you can interact with other members of the community and overall just discuss music a little bit quicker. It's the most direct way to support me, and it would mean the world to me if you just went over there and you checked it out. And if there's anything that would make it worthwhile for you to sign up that you're not seeing right now, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to look into that. But yeah, anyway, link is in the description. I would love if you guys check it out. Thank you.
The order of your songs in your shuffled queue is now determined by multiple things about you and about the actual songs. If you have multiple songs from the same artist or the same album, the algorithm is going to try to space them out a little bit more to break up the clusters. And certain tracks, like the ones that you listen to more frequently or that are more popular, are going to be recommended quicker. And also Spotify is going to take into account your behavior, what you're choosing to listen to, what you're spending more time listening to, what you're repeating, or maybe what you're skipping. So think about those certain songs that you feel keep on coming up in your shuffled queue. Are those songs that you had on repeat when they came out? Are they songs that, you know, you listen to a little bit more than the others? And the ones not popping up very high in your queue, are they ones that maybe you typically skip? The data influences your shuffle results to make a more tailored experience towards you. And it doesn't always get it right, but it's designed to feel random without actually being random. Spotify has a little bit more control about what you're going to be listening to first. So how does the math and algorithm behind it actually work? Well, just like we were talking about with the random number generator, it starts with a set seed, a seed determined by any kind of factor, but just a unique number that represents that shuffle session. And with that, it will actually, at random, like picking out of a hat, determine the song list. But that's where the algorithm comes in. And if it determines that maybe there's 3 songs from the same album back to back, it's going to spread those out a little bit. If it's noticing that one of your top listened to songs are all the way at the bottom of the queue, it might push it up a bit. And maybe one that you keep skipping, it's going to lower it. Creating the illusion of randomness while still keeping it interesting, still keeping it a good, fun experience for the listener. Spotify even patented this algorithm in 2014. Describing how it prioritizes a balanced listening experience. So is Spotify truly random? No, it used to be. And neither is Apple Music, and I'm sure a lot of other streaming services are quite similar or the same way. This algorithm is just like what you would see on YouTube, your For You page on TikTok, or anything that's going to be recommending content that it thinks that you will enjoy. Is this the perfect solution? I personally haven't had many complaints with Shuffle. If I'm hearing that the Shuffle is a little bit biased, I'll just go and listen to the song I actually want to listen to. But I do know people that truly find it very irritating. But I wonder how they would feel about true random. And let me know your thoughts on that. How do you feel about Spotify actually using a true random queue? Or do you like the algorithm better? And if you have any ideas for how it could be improved, leave that in the comments as well. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, guys, I just thought this was pretty interesting. I hope you find it interesting as well. All of my video ideas starts with a question that I have, and then the video is me trying to answer it. So I hope I answered any of your questions about Spotify Shuffle or misconceptions that you might have had. Quick little video before I fly down and visit the family for the holidays, and after I will be having a video up about New Year's and the music associated with it. I think that's going to be a really cool video. I hope you guys enjoy that one, so stay tuned. If you guys like the video, it tells YouTube that it should recommend this video more. It would be hugely appreciated. Also subscribe because I do videos like this weekly. I really appreciate the recent support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.